Hey, what's up, world? Zach here. Wanted to share something that I just read out of a book I'm reading. It is No Surrender by Paul Waggener. Um, Recommended to me by a coach of mine. Really good book on a field manual for creating work with heart. And there's this passage in here that I want to read and share. He says, most people race towards stop signs. They're seeking an end. They want the catharsis of a conclusion or the illusion of done. The reality of the human condition is not to seek ceilings, but to find just enough standing room to indulge the fantasy that you escaped the cage. Whoa. Like, most people are racing towards a stop sign. We don't know as human beings how far we can go. But as human beings, the human condition, the reality of the human condition is not to seek ceilings. It's not to seek how far we can go. It's to seek just enough standing room to indulge the fantasy that we've escaped the cage. Freedom means to do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. But most of us don't go to those extremes. Most of us don't try to live the life that we want. We indulge in the fantasy that we have escaped the cage because we have just enough standing room. We have just enough money. We have just enough health. We have just enough pleasure in our jobs. We have just enough pleasure in our relationships. We have just enough standing room to think we've escaped the cage. We don't seek ceilings. We want the illusion of done. I want you to think back on your life a little bit. Think back on things that you've completed. Big things you've completed. Or have you? Think about the goals that you set. That you thought you got done. See, life's never done until you're dead. So when you set a goal, you should never hit the goal and be done. You should never accomplish something and be done. Like, I think as human beings, as these beautiful creatures that can think and can goal set and can live and can dream, our job in life is to push that ceiling. Our job in life is to not sit there and say, you know what, I'm good, I'm going to pause. Our duty is to say, no, I'm going to legitimate break free of this cage and move myself forward. So I want you to think about things that are just enough standing room for you. Like, what areas of your life that you're sitting there going, I wish this could be better, but it's okay. Go make those better. Your health, man, maybe you finally lost that weight a little bit and maybe you're finally moving forward. What else could you do? You know, maybe finally you're getting ahead on your bills and you're starting to save a little bit. What else could you do? You know, maybe finally you're going to therapy with your wife or your husband and you're finally starting to date again. What else could you do? I mean, to me, that's the key to life is stop getting complacent. Stop saying you're okay. Stop saying you're good and go be great. Go chase greatness. Go farther than you ever thought you could. Go shock yourself. I read this article a couple weeks ago was, when was the last time you impressed yourself? You know, I try to impress people in business all the time. I try to impress my wife all the time. I can't tell you the last time I impressed myself. I can't tell you the last time that I said, damn, I'm proud of myself. Go find those things. Go hunt out that struggle. Go find those things where when you're done, you go, I can't believe I did that. And then go do something else. Don't stop. Most people look for that stop sign. Most people look for that check mark that they're socially acceptable in society saying you've made it. You've never made it. You never should want to make it. You should always have bigger goals. You should always have bigger things to chase after. And I know people are going to look at that and say, well, that's toxic, man. Sometimes you just got to take a break. Sometimes you just got to rest. Yes, I believe in that. But what you can't do, as he says, is find just enough standing room to indulge in the fantasy that you escaped a cage. There's a difference between resting. There's a difference between taking a break, and there's a difference between the false sense of accomplishment that you've achieved all your goals in life. That false sense of accomplishment that this is as far as you can go. Don't bring those two things together. They're separate. Yeah, when you get tired, you have to rest. You have to recover. You have to make sure that your body, mind, and soul are in alignment all the time. And that's different for everybody else. But what you can't do is use that excuse of rest, use that excuse of I need a break to quit, to get complacent, to stand up in your cage and be like, you know what? I got enough room here, instead of actually breaking free of the cage. Contemplate that today. Think about what you're doing in your life that is causing you to look at your cage and stand up and say, you know what? This cage is okay because I can stand up. Go find something to break that cage. Go find something to impress yourself. Go find something to push yourself farther than you ever thought you can. And when you do, when you cross that line, I want you to look yourself in the mirror and go, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, Zach. I'm proud of you for pushing yourself to doing that. Now, guess what? Go do it again. Go do it again.